What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about a buttload of stocks today, man. We're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stocks today. Here we go. We're going to talk about Wolf for Papa. We're going to go over SPCE and RUM for Vectorzo. We're going to do MSFO for Diesel Killer, WF, JPM, Citi, Morgan Stanley, and Goldman for El Conquistador, ARCA and ARKZ for Diesel Killer again, and NIO, PayPal, Baba, and Tesla for NR5516. What a handful I've got, man. We're going to get it, though. We're going to get it. Looking at Wolf here, Petco. I use Petco, man. I actually have a membership with Petco. I have 2 cats, but I thought I'd be a dog dad, man. But these, sometimes animals come to you in their time of need, and I don't know. It just, things happen, man. Things happen. But anyways, enough about me. Talking about this thing from top to bottom here, if it were to find its low here, you absolutely could move up to about 650 or higher, but I don't think it is done going lower yet. I do think that you're coming to the end of this, right? You actually have a setup, a very nice setup right now for a potential V bottom, but I don't know if you're absolutely done with this yet. I want to look at how it's performed going down real quick. So bottom to top here, looks like you found support on your 1618 there, found resistance on your 1272. Yeah. Okay, nice. First little top to bottom. Let's see. Let's get this top to bottom here, or bottom to top here. 1618 again, hitting that. Nice. Okay. Let's do this one here. That's not the bottom. That's not the top. Low, high. Didn't find support on the 1618 this time, but you did find it on the 1414. Just something to take of note, whatever. And then I'd say this low to high is probably the next one, because this is the little spring that sprung you downward, and you absolutely did not find support on your 1618. You actually just crashed right through it. And you're not finding support really anywhere at the current point in time. So you do have a 4618 extension down here, and I wanted to keep that in mind because I was looking at the stock earlier for you. Pawpaw, and looking at this here, low to high, the relative, maybe, no, it wasn't this low to high, I'm sorry, it was this one, because I think this was your low to high, a little correction here, and you're having your move down now. If you look at this, the 1618, the golden extension, which you found support on a couple times, right? There's not a whole lot of historical data, to be fair, on this thing, but some of the reference points that we've gone over, and I'm sure if I did smaller time frames, we'd even have more results like that, but the 1618 seems to be significant enough, and it lines up right on top of this 4618. So I do think that going down to about 256, 257, you could go a little bit lower, but you seem to tip right off of that. So somewhere around there, I think you're near the end of this move. I really do. But another thing, like looking at this thing, is you've got this low here in the RSI. You're still in the oversold zone, looking like you're rejecting it, so you do probably come down lower. But you have higher lows, lower lows. That's bullish divergence. You're getting ready. You are absolutely getting ready for a move up, and nothing moves in a straight line. If this chart was moving to the upside, I'd be like, it's not a good time to buy. You might want to take profits off the table. But on the other hand, it's moving to the downside where it's like, it might be a good time to buy some. It might be a good time to DCA. Don't throw all of it in there. Just like if it was reversed, I wouldn't say don't sell all of it. Keep some chips on the table, or keep some chips, keep some cash on hand. But I think that you're in prime buying opportunities. Literally, they say sell high, buy low, sell high, right? I did that backwards at first, but you're definitely buying low here, and it probably has lower to go. I don't think you're there yet, but seeing this volume like this, on this wick here, that's kind of encouraging. There's a lot of interest down here for sure. You saw a lot of volume here, to be fair, and this, but it was the opposite candle, right? Like, look at that, totally opposite candle. Bad price action. You might see some good price action. Not immediately, obviously, but eventually. Daily RSI looks like it wants to go down. Yeah, you probably dip your toes in this oversold zone again before turning up, but it's probably not too far away in the grand scheme of things. Let's look at the monthly. Not a lot to go off of on the monthly. Yeah, I would just say exactly what I was saying before. You steady, and then more extreme, and then you just dropped off a cliff. it's a matter of time before you bounce, and when you do bounce, you're probably going to get a significant move up. I can't really draw fibs anywhere as far as like a top to a bottom, because you don't have your bottom yet, but I would assume that you see prices back up anywhere from like here. This little area seems to stand out in my opinion, between about $7.45 to $12, and absolutely you could see new all-time highs. Looking at this market cap, it's 741 million. Petco's a pretty big company. It could be a multi-billion-dollar company. So like if it saw a 10x from here, that'd be all the way at $20. It absolutely could see that. It could see a 20x. It would probably take time. It's probably not going to happen in like a year, obviously. But I mean, I'm sure this first little bit, this from here to 750, maybe all the way up to 12 even, that will be quick. As it was quick down, it'll be quick up. You have no price action stopping you. So, and then also, I guess if we take this top to bottom here, currently, your 618's all the way up here at the top zone. So if we move this down a little bit lower, that 618 still comes in at like the high of this range that I'm giving you. So I do think you're going to get a nice bounce. It's just a matter of when, and it might be soon. Soon could be within the next 6 months, but it could be a month from now too. Like I think it is coming soon, but just not yet. Probably a little bit more to the downside, and then we'll talk about you bouncing. But that's Wolf. I spent a little bit of time on that one for personal interest, but SPCE, we're gonna breeze through these guys because I gotta go to bed, and that's just the hand that we're dealt today, man. Low to high here. Come on now, low to high. There we go. 1618 extension hit, rejecting your 1-for-1-4, you probably go lower. You're probably going to go to 97.5 cents at your 1886. That's your next extension to hit. I would probably take this low to high. This isn't an exact science right now. It is kind of a weird chart. 2618 down there, yeah. I like it. Probably a little bit below $1. Get some like psychological capitulation. Oh no, it's below $1, and then that's where you finally bottom out. I don't know if I like this thing too much, right? Very interesting price action at first, blew up and now it's down, but again, kind of the same thing as Wolf. Nothing moves in a straight line forever. It probably does see some kind of significant pullback at some point. If you go to like 90 cents, 97 cents, whatever it was that I was saying, I mean, you can see this thing, yeah, similar, very similar. Go all the way up to like $12, if not a minimum of like $4.70, something like that, but yeah. It's going to have a nice reaction whenever it does, but again, whenever that happens, it'll probably take time. This one, it doesn't look like it, but we're on the monthly. This took time on the way down, so it probably will, like from top here, June 2021 to bottom, I mean, that's multiple years. So you're looking at a multi-year outcome before you see things going up, but that's Virgin Galactic's. Looks like it wants to go down in the immediate term on the daily. Weekly rejecting the 50, finding resistance at an area that you found resistance a few times, lower highs, probably goes down. Yeah, probably goes down. Though I do think, relatively speaking, you are coming to the end of this move, but I think you are more than a 50% drop away from the end of this move, to be completely fair. Or maybe not more than 50. Yeah, a little bit more than 50, right around it though. But that's SPCE. We're going to talk about rum now, sir. Rum here. Looking not good. You do have bullish divergence on your monthly, to be completely fair. And that's a nice little wick that you got going on. Little gap at the bottom. Same kind of idea. You're buying low here, buy low, sell high. I wouldn't be surprised really if like around here you did actually have a bounce that kind of took you, right? I'm drawing these lines roughly, but you can see kind of what I'm going for, right? Get a lower high. If you go lower in the immediate term, you can, but look at this, man. I mean, let's see how this week closes. You got 3 days left in this week, but let's see how it does. You were in the oversold zone. If you get out of it, you really could see a reaction. You're at 392. It might take you above $6, maybe even above $7 in the very more like near immediate term. When this thing moves up, it likes to do it fast. It moves down slow. It can do that fast too, but it definitely moves up fast when it decides to. 618's all the way up there at $7. It could happen really fast, man. It really could. Got to do something real quick. Make sure that this doesn't die on me. Anyways, that's Rumble. Rumble I kind of like in the more immediate term, actually. I don't think it goes down more. I think you've actually found your low, your more immediate low. If it does go lower, you might do a quick little like fake out, a little shakeout where you go like this and then back up. But I think it's ready, man. That's some nice volume coming out like this, man. That's actually pretty good. But we'll see. All right. You've seen this before, price action wise, but look, difference in volume. Difference in volume, man. Absolutely different. So hopefully it produces different results. And here, yeah, you did have a nice reaction off the oversold zone, not going to lie. Hopefully this produces different results. 2272 bounce, baby. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's rum. MSFO. Title ETF, yield max. Giving you some high dividends, I'm sure, yeah. 51 cents per share on a $22 stock. That's not too bad, is it? Definitely one of the better dividends, or some of the better dividends that I've seen in my time. But there are better out there, and there are definitely worse out there. Low to high. Is that, why won't it let me get the high? I feel like, can you see that? It looks like it's just above it. Nope, it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. I don't know. Very new chart, not really respecting the fibs. It's kind of to be expected. I like what you're doing with the RSI. I don't like what you're doing with the price. It's kind of hard to determine. I don't know, man. Let's see how you close this week. If you can get above here, you might be going back up to these highs here. If not, oh man, you might be coming down. You could come down to about 21, yeah, 2085 to 2055, somewhere there. Find support there and then move up. This one's kind of harder. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know. Let's see how this week ends. See how the week ends. If you can close above like 2235, then you're probably going up higher. But if you close below this line here on the weekly, the 2216, you're probably going down here to your 61869. You might even be seeing extensions, but that's MSFO. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. It's a head scratcher. What do I say? WF, Worry Financial Group. I mean, constructive weekly RSI, to be fair. You're at an area where I would expect you to bounce. Constructive on the price action, too, to be completely fair. Bottom to top here, 382. Hey. Again, let's see how the week closes, but if you close here or higher, I like it, man. You might actually be climbing up higher, working your way back to this this high point here, $33, maybe $32, something like that. Maybe even higher than that, actually. It is possible. Top to bottom here. Yeah, you could even fall a little bit. As long as you're holding that 27.71 area, I think you're fine. $32 right at that 618, man. I think that's where you're headed. But let's see how this week closes. If this week closes like too much lower than where it is now, it can go lower over the next 3 days, but if it closes lower than where it's at now, I don't know if that would be encouraging. Yeah, that's WF for the more immediate term time frames. JPM. Let's see how you're doing, JP. Yeah, you probably come down. That one's easy. Thank you. Thank you for that. Found a higher high, gonna come down, find a higher low. Probably coming down. Overbought. Let's see how the week closes, of course, but I think the week will close out of this overbought zone, just kind of initiating that beginning of moving down lower. Yeah, I think so. You closed right here this week. Last week you had a little fake out and came to, you're probably going lower, man. You're filling the gap right now. You might go up in the more immediate terms. Yeah, you might get a bounce off this 50, go up and fill the gap. Tomorrow you might even close above the gap, but you might fill it in the beginning of the day and then come down. It looks like it wants to go down. And where are you going to go down? If I had to eyeball it roughly, I'd say around like 145, but let's just see if there's anything that lines up with that. Low to high, 149.62 to 146.79. So a little bit above 146 actually is probably where you're going to go. Maybe you go to your 786 though. I don't really expect that. Let's see what you did last time. Look at that, right on your 618, bro. So same thing, 149. 149. This one was a 382, it looks like, bottom to top here. Yeah, 382 bounce. I doubt you get a 382 bounce now, though. That's too high. You're probably going to come down to about 149 to 146. That's JP Morgan down from here. Yeah. Let's see. City Group. Oh, there we go. I like to do it on the American exchanges. If you want me to do it on a different exchange, you got to request that more specifically, because I will do American exchanges or crypto exchanges depending on wherever they are in the world. I don't care. But for stocks specifically, American exchanges is what I will do. That's not like a reason. I'm not hateful toward any other countries. I love people around the world, man. I love all of you. It's just easier for me to wrap my head around the dollar. You know, and if you want me to wrap my head around any other dollar, any other peso, any other whatever, I will, but I'm not going to do it at my own free will. Just request it and I'll do that. But high to low, I don't like that, man. I don't like this month, right? You came up and now you're down. Let's look at the weekly. Sometimes a month can be deceiving. You're above your 1, 2, 3, bouncing off it this week. Again, I hate to say it, I feel like a parrot here, but let's see how the week closes. Let's just see how it closes. Because you might be in a good position to actually continue building, not going to lie. But you might be in a position as well. No, I like it, man. Honestly, I think you go to $60 to $63, $60 to $64, somewhere in there. I do. Let's see how the week closes. If you close below $50.71, then this is a little like fake out of a range. But I actually like it a lot, man. This looks pretty damn constructive. You're in the strong areas of your RSI. On your daily, yes, the RSI is rolling over a bit, but you're right at your 50 where it's very common to bounce. You tipped your 382 previous areas of resistance like it. I think it's going higher, man. I do. But I can be wrong. If it does go lower, where's it going to go? Maybe back to this 236 at about $45.70, I think is what it was. 0.5, 45.71 there. I doubt that you go to your 618. Yeah. Somewhere between 45 to 47 if you go lower, but I do think you go higher personally. Again, around $60 to $64 is what I'm thinking. So that's Citi Group. We're going to talk about Morgan Stanley now. Morgan Stanley, MS, some MS, man. Let's see. Low to high. Probably goes a little bit lower. I bet you hit that 382. On the daily speaking, your green line is like right there as well. 83.80, something like that. Probably find support there and then move up. Probably. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. You might be going down. 76 to 80 or 78, yeah. Sounds about right. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. You probably go lower, to be completely fair. Lower highs, man. I don't know if you're going to form a lower low, but I would at least expect to see prices there more immediately. I don't know. If you do form a lower low, you're looking at about $64. So hopefully you hold that $76 to $78 range. If not, you might be looking at $64, man. And probably, let's see. Look at a monthly basis here. There's more support down there at 57.5. There's not really a whole lot of reasons to bounce at this $64 area other than that like more or less immediate fib extension. Come on now, low to high. 382, man, 64. Yeah. 64 is where you're going, potentially. In the more immediate terms, look for that 78 to 76 area, but probably 64, man. Lower highs, lower lows. That's all I'm saying. All right, finishing it up. Not finishing it up, but just Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs Group. I don't know. Is this it? Is this the one? I don't know. GS sounds about right. Hard to say on this one. This one's a little bit different, isn't it? Not giving me a whole lot. You're range bound for sure. You're at the top of your range. I wouldn't suggest buying here, but you could break out. You're showing strength in your RSI. Hidden bullish divergence. I'm kind of inclined to believe with positive earnings and everything, you might see some price moving to the upside. You've got some pent-up aggression, GS. You want to take it out on the bears and move up, probably. if you were to move down, maybe down to 362, but you might be looking to break out, man. Like break out to new all-time highs. Crazy. Found support here, previous resistance, previous all-time highs. You might be getting ready, man. You really might be. If not, if you turn around from here, you've got a little ways to go. 327, 300, somewhere around there. But I kind of like it, man. All the things are right, so just keep going up. Keep going up. Get above that 786. Get above that 886. You get above $406, and it's on to 477, if not 551. Yeah, I like it in the more immediate terms. So that's GS. Moving on from there, all the little head scratchers out of the way. ARCA now, maybe another head scratcher here. EA series, Trust ARC, 21 shares. Bitcoin Futures Strategy ETF. Probably goes down. Probably goes down. I think so. Hard to say on this one, but probably goes down. It might go up in the immediate term. You might see it go up to like $46 again, $47. But then from there, you probably go. I think you have lower to go. I do. You're breaking structure right now. Bigger candles to the downside than you've ever really seen as far as solid bodies go. So I think it's going down. Not a whole lot to go off of with that. ARC-Z, Ethereum futures. Another weird looking chart, man. 1618 hit. Yeah, you probably go lower. At least, I would say at least at $30.41. If not, maybe down to like $29.40, something like that. Yeah. Might go up in the immediate term, but lower to go, I think. NIO. Good old scooter company, or electric vehicle company, sorry. Lower. She wants to go lower. $5.57. Rejected your 618. Broke below it, rejected it. $5.51, if not $4.17. You're going lower. Rejected your your 50 area there on the RSI. Weak looking daily RSI, bearish divergence to top it off. And you found resistance right at your green line here that you held as support, broke below. Yeah, you're going lower, man. You're going to go, again, at least to 557, if not 417. And then talk to me about moving up. But for now, probably lower. What else is in this area? Look at that. Look at that. I love it when things line up, man. Resistance, support. At least there. Yeah. Maybe not the 417, but at least there. If not, you are going lower. But yeah, 557, that's where you're going, NIU. Mark it on your calendar. It's happening tomorrow. No, I don't know when it's happening. PayPal Holdings. I hope this is the one you're talking about, man. Neutral with a hint of bearishness. Lower highs, lower lows. You're going down. Where are you going to go? Well, I think you are working your way down to your next low. I have no reason to believe that you're going to break this trend anytime soon. So $47 to $43. That's probably where you're going to go. If you can hold support above this low here, form a double bottom or a higher low, then maybe things will change. But until then, I'm convinced that you see a lower low. It'll probably take you multiple months to get there. $47 to $43 is where you're going. That is PayPal. Breezing on through these, man. Making them easy after those banking ones. Yeah, weak as hell. Going lower. You might form a double bottom. This kind of like initial bounce, like reaction here, and you slink over, and then boom, you get it again like that. That might be a nice little like W that you're forming there. But for now, lower. Looks weak on the weekly RSI. Daily RSI looks like it wants to turn down too. I would look for a double bottom. I don't normally call for double bottoms. I always call for like a little bit lower or a little bit higher, right? But this I would actually call for a double bottom, personally. Rejected the 618. Man, that looked right there. It's not friendly. That look, generally, I would talk about this. And that is absolutely possible. But yeah, look at that. You're already at like your all-time lows. I don't know. It's possible to go lower than that, but you might hold support at $63, $58. Yeah. Let's see what you do. If not, man, if you can't hold 58, I'll see you at 47 or 36. New all-time lows. Bye-bye, Alibaba. It's not a friendly rejection there off your 50 on the monthly there. But I kind of have faith that it'll form a slightly higher low or a double bottom. But we'll see. That's BABA, lower nonetheless. Tesla, finishing it all up with Tesla. This is the 15th stock in this video, if not 16. I might have miscounted, but I don't know. Play it back, count it for me, leave it in the comments. No, it's I think it is 15. But top to bottom, rejected your 786 area, going down this month, a little bit up this week, but yeah, I think last week and the week before I've been calling for this thing to go down. Why? Because you're in your 6.9, 6.18 area. Look at this, right? In your relative area, you've got this like broadening kind of pattern, lower highs, lower lows. I do think that you will go below this low, but I don't think you'll go too much lower. Probably around like 180, 170, something like that. Top or bottom to top here, yeah. 178, 170, something like that. Makes sense to me. That's Tesla. Going down for the immediate term, and you're probably going to consolidate for a while. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this with Tesla, but man, it's boring for a while, and then it moves up. Then it's boring for a while, then it moves up. And so far, you've been boring for 26 months. In its inception, it was still pretty boring, right? Until 33, 34th month is whenever it broke out. Here you were boring for a very long time. Let's actually get it like, I guess you were in this consolidation range here for a while, right? So you didn't break out for there. So here you are, 26 months. I think you got at least another year, man. At least another year, and that would make sense. It wouldn't be crazy at all. I know Tesla is completely independent of crypto. Tesla does hold Bitcoin still, though. Elon Musk said so. He actually said that in a X space the other day, that Tesla still holds a lot of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin takes off, you might see Tesla do well. You might see announcements of them getting involved with crypto, stuff like that. That might promote some bullishness too. So, but probably not till later this year, if not sometime next year. So until then, really stagnant. But in the more immediate term, down is what I think. I don't think you're going to go down that whole time that I'm talking about being stagnant. I just mean stagnant. When you move up, you're going to move down. When you move down, you're going to move up. It's just stuff like that. No new exciting expansion phases for a while. So anyways, that's Tesla. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to see more. Thank you all for coming. That was 15 stocks in less than 15 minutes. No, I don't know. It might have been 30 minutes, but take care. Bye-bye.